Okay. Okay, so first, I thought we said we'll be doing question and answers for the first 30 minutes, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, but Saka 20 minutes painting.
Oh, okay. Then the 20 minutes, quick one. You find some 20 minutes question and answers will be fast. Now, you start a lesson. For if anyone want to ask any question about what we learned the last time or whatever you want to ask question about, so please kindly raise your hand so I will unmute you for you to ask your question. We have only 20 minutes for the question and answer, so let's do it fast so we can start the lesson.
Please, can I ask my question?
Yes, ma'am. Maybe, sir.
Thank you so much. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
And thank you so much for allowing yourself to giving us a hidden knowledge. We are so grateful. We are so grateful, and we appreciate all of you. I just want to ask this question.
Okay.
So, now that we know that we are the particle of the Creator,
Okay.
does it mean we are above the universal law, which even the Bible says that whatever a man shall sow, they shall reap? Are we above the universal law because we have realized that we are the particles of the Creator?
Okay.
That's my question. Thank you.
Okay. Teachers for Musika, are you there? Abigail, Afrakuma, did you guys hear what she was saying? The question, if anyone, okay,
Nana Dumakuni, in your back, Florence, that's this question now. NCBA and things intermediate level, no universal laws, no, a full topic, you bed discuss you know, yes, that and come be but laws, or universal laws, different cosmic laws, different way, different kind of names. Now more the man. Obi anywhere or above those laws. So as time goes on, I know better. I can't lessons no one. You betcha. You're calling anymore.
nice.
Kakra meet me account no. So be ever can be and so be because you better drag it into that topic because that is a whole lesson by itself.
Nana me no ya adwin eno ano waka no lesson a udru intermediate a obeti ase obihu say if there's anyone above those laws and I say what are those laws are. You understand? So Mama Florence, please, are you okay with the response?
Yes, please. I'm okay with it. We will get there, so I need to wait. So
okay.
I'm okay with it. And can I ask my next question, please?
Yes, please.
Okay. Me pacho. Me pese me who say who practices na mo achre no. Say ebia who say we are the beginners. So me sha say ebia me ma me ho be 30 minutes say. Me share na gradually and you said me share with say me not 5 hours. I can't because me a beginner, you know. I was say me and kakra enti experience a menya sisi ani say ebia mama me ho be 30 minutes say me pese me year practices no in the morning 30 minutes, but these days, I to say 30 minutes na so I was me stop it, but I feel say I can't stop. It's like I face some happiness be me who say as me wo rem be as at the end me person me jai but me person me jai oh because my catch me who say me 30 minutes but as me to me soon stop it. Enti me person me who say is it okay say oh yeah who feel it that na is it okay and then also you hear voices. The last experience cry me and I know na one of the teachers was talking. I can hear the voice. Make me mention it in your platform. Me the voice say or kasa some more can na me te. Timpese me who say that na me feeling no. Is it okay ana? Because me person me stop but me intimi. Inti
Hello.
Okay.
hello.
Yeah, ma. But you're now feeling it normal, quite all right. It's just that we'll level up. Until I was started beginning, no. They say no, we'll open up until we'll level up to the next level. Until we are you're fine. You just have to keep training it. Until it's also we meditation for 30 minutes now. Mean stop now because baby I will do no when you we feel it blessed, we feel it ease, no. We bet me increase it's our time, no. Now walk from there. Instead of 30 minutes, maybe I'll say okay, man, 45 minutes.
Oh okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
me that's
And
it.
also the voices in so I say be a me say obi kasa. The recent one no, it was one of the teachers. I can hear the voice pass or kasa.
Mm. No, sir, no say no one say a friend is some I don't know. Some or Bible mo say one or Bible ma or koda ho no ati so obi kasa or koda ho no join say master. You just have to tune it in and then listen. Now utie near koso be instructions be or why you have to follow. Now you have to follow it and listen to it. It's a train of thoughts. You just have to guide yourself to it. But I'm sure so be all not the way back home.
Yeah. Thank you, Afrakuma. Sika Nana Dumako and
Yeah,
Abigail, please, if you
okay.
want to add anything.
Amefa kakra nka ho. Yeah, sɛ no a meka asɛm wei kyerɛ yɛn sister no sɛ develop clairvoyance. Ita koraa na ɛka kyerɛ no. Sɛ the exercise no a wɔyɛ no ɛde clairvoyance ɛde brɛ wo. Nti obi kasa wɔ baabi koraa na because of you have that adeɛ no wɔ wo mu no, wobɛtumi ate. Ɛna afei nso bɛduru mmerɛ bi no wo higher self ɛbɛhyɛ aseɛ sɛ wɔne wo kasa. So either the clairvoyance and the we know everyone as a higher self and the anyone casantino. Along the line, we are going to teach all those things. So the way about me who say we am a higher self and a casa me, then you pay attention to. And I say will be na I come who say mo baby because of what booming and nasa sema work and a family home. I bet saa kasa no de about that and nso so no yɛn no bɛkyerɛ wo kwan a bɛfa so a wobɛpay attention to all those stuff anaasɛ ebi koraa na wobɛstep in that voice no to go where that person is na watumi ate nsɛm a ɛkɔ so yie no nyinaa no it's on the way coming a we are going to teach you guys so don't worry at all it's either your higher self or the clairvoyance na wo develop no ana ɛma wote saa ɛyi no why
Okay, thank you so much.
you are welcome.
Mama, please, are you okay with the response?
Yes, please, I'm okay with it.
Okay.
I just
Thank
have to be patient.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about being patient
Yeah.
and all that. But like you were saying, when you are doing the practice and your meditation or whatever it is, and for your intentions are always 30 minutes, right? So there's no limit when you are on your own. If you feel like going more, doing the whole day, 24 hours corner, you can you the more you do it, the more you acquire knowledge and the more like you get open up, you understand. So don't worry. Say when you say you want to go for just 30 minutes, but you can't stop. You can keep going time you feel tired, then you stop. You understand? And you always make sure, say, you know when to say no and you know when to say yes. If you want to stop, you can stop. You have to have control of everything that you are doing. You understand? So that one to keep it in mind. Thank you for your question.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. Please, anyone else? Do we have anyone else that want to ask question? We have 10 minutes more. Lisa, I thought you said you wanted to ask a question. If you are okay or you don't have anything to say, we can move on. If you can hear me and you have any question you want to ask her, you can kindly raise your hands and I will unmute you so you can ask. If anyone else can want to ask a question, you can go on and unmute yourself or raise your hand so I can give you the platform to say whatever you want to say. Slim Leader, please, can you mute your mic, please? If you can hear me. Thank you. For now, we don't have anyone asking questions. So, is it Sika? Is it your turn today or Nanaduma?
No, it's not my turn. So if not me, then I think Nana.
Okay. I think say Nanaduma will attend today. Then the rest will be doing the backup.
Yeah, it's my turn. Do you? I know you are the moderator. Do you want me to kick it off?
Yeah, we have 10 minutes more for the question, but I think they are all okay with the question and answer. So if you don't have anyone else, please, if we are not having any question anymore, I think we are starting. So in case we start and you want to ask question, I don't think it will be possible to ask. So please, if anyone want to take this opportunity and ask her.
It looks like Sister Florence want to talk. And also, yeah, when we're done, we're going to open it up again for more questions at the end. So it looks like Sister Florence want to talk.
Okay, Ma Florence, please, you can unmute yourself.
Oh, thank you once again. Me pacho, me pese me bisa say.
Okay.
The last time your teacher or try no, omaye who say in the Christendom no, all the practices that we practice there no, ni nyinaa yɛ in the astral level. And me, for instance, no, I've been there for so many years and doing all the practices, some of the practices that we normally do as in the Christendom. No. Enti sisi ya yaba bedu level bi say sisi ya hu say all those astral level, and we need to move from that astral level to the mental and causal and all the other 5 levels. All the other my question is a process I was say obia go through, and I say you need to experience the I say I was so experience that level coastal level no go through all the practices no answer na ebia bedru ba bia bia wakohia ngofo bi ti say mo amoto mo ho asi wo say mo be cheche no does it mean say a part of our destiny arrangement na I don't know if you get my question right.
Yeah, me to ask you, person chere say idea e kan ho dada na ye dey ba na say
yeah
I was say u ba wi ase na na oba be sua me bo ana. Okay. I think say a sika na oma da you know, sika mpacho timinka sabra be chichi ni mu bi me.
Okay, meda many about us so obusa say that nneɛma no a yɛfa mu no saa na yɛahyehyɛ no anaasɛn yes a na yɛahyehyɛ no okay meda ase paa sɛdeɛ da biaa yɛ no ka no the whole life na yɛ no wɔ mu no is like a educational system. It's like educational system nti no wo start firi baabi na wode akɔ wie baabi nti no ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛwɔ planet wei so ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a ɛwɔ hɔ sɛdeɛ awoɔ mu koraa si teɛ no wo akwadaa to hɔnom a ɔbɛda faako saa wontumi nyɛ hwee but ɛkɔ akyire no na afei na ɔbutu na afei na wɔsɔre atena ase na afei na wɔwea na wɔkɔ n'anim ɛno yɛ life deɛ no no ɛnyɛ sɛ wei no this knowledge no ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wo start class 1 ansa na woatumi ahu ɛno yɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a akɔyɛ sɛ ɛwɔ yɛn planet wei sei so wokɔ the other planet bi so a ɔmu nni saa nhyehyɛeɛ wei na ɛwɔ hanom no wowɔ akwadaa no to hɔnom a no akwadaa no hyɛ ase sɛ ɔrekasa no they just give the child the inner knowledge straight so akwadaa no ɔmfa this yawee mu nkɔ ne nanenam abosomfie nkɔ ne nanenam baabi a nkɔsɛe ne mmeraa nkɔsi bɛyɛ 20 years ebi koraa ne wanhunu kwan no gye sɛ wɔsan wu no wasan akɔ aba wɛnu yɛ ɛyɛ planet earth hanom no yɛn state of consciousness a ɛyɛ adwuma wɔ ha sɛ yɛwo wɔ a wobɛfa saa nneɛma wei nyinaa mu woanhu kwan no koraa obi ankyerɛ wo woanhu a ɛnyɛ per force a sɛ ɛwɔ sɛ wonyini firi class 1 na akɔ class 2 na akɔ class 3 na akɔ class 4 na wode kɔ woantumi ankɔ school no bi koraa mfa obiaa ho ɛwɔ asase wei so ana wokɔ nso na woanhunu kwan koraa nso ɛno nso ɛmfa obiaa ho enti ɛyɛ abusua a wobɛba bɛsuam but ɔmo de saa adeɛ no ato hanom sɛ ɛyɛ state of consciousness ɛwɔ sɛ wo join kuo bi wo ne na nenamu na wo ne na nenamu na wokɔhu nyansa bi nti na ɔmo atwerɛ wɔ twerɛ nom sɛ wohu nokorɛ no a wobɛyɛ wɔde hyeɛ nti wohu nokorɛ no a wobɛfiri saa ntorɔ ne saa nnaadaa no nyina but woanhu nokorɛ no a ɔmo sɛ wobɛkɔ so ayɛ akoa ne nyinaa wɔ twerɛ no mu ne nyinaa twerɛ no na ɛka sɛ wohu nokorɛ no a wobɛyɛ wɔde hyeɛ but woanhu nokorɛ no a wobɛkɔ so ayɛ akoa nti ɛyɛ nimdeɛ ɛwɔ hanom a woba na sɛ wobɛtɔ mu a yes ebi koraa maame a ɔwoo ɔka sɛ group wei ho a straight wɔde bɛma wo a wonkɔ asɔre wonkɔ abosomfie wonkɔ nkramo wonkɔ johnny buddhist wonkɔ dwane biribia na wokuta saa knowledge wei straight but woannya baabi sei a mɛtɔ deɛ a ɛneɛ na akɔyɛ asase no so nhyehyɛeɛ wobɛne na mu de woti apempem na wabrɛbrɛ saa wotiri anyɛ yie koraa no a wontie nsɛm wei bi da na watena baabi a na wawu na wakɔ aba na wasan bɛtena mu a wotiri anyɛ yie a wobɛkɔ aba bɛyɛ 10 times so nti bi da wotiri nso woyɛ yie a baako pɛ na ɔbaeɛ no na abusua a wobɛtɔ mu anaa ayɔnkofoɔ bi a wobɛdi wɔn akyi no na wo breakthrough atumi aba nti nhyɛ da nyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ nhyehyɛeɛ a yɛno de wo ɔkra no na mmom yɛn asase yi so no saa ana ɔmode ato ha a ɛyɛ state of consciousness a ɛno na ɛyɛ adwuma wɔ ha nti depende abusuafo koro a yɛbɛkɔ akɔto atom ne mmerɛ korɔkorɔ a wode ba asase wei so no ana ɛbɛkyerɛ because mmerɛ no bi wɔ hɔnom a saa nimdeɛ wei nyinaa no ɛyera firi asase no so mmerɛ bi wɔ hɔ nso ana saa nimdeɛ no ne nyinaa pie woka hyɛ ɛnyɛ yie wohwɛ 2000 years ago wokɔka saa asɛm wei a yɛbɛkum ne wo family akum akuro no so nnipa nyinaa because ɔmu nim nnipa dodoɔ a ate saa ahintasɛm wei so they just kill all of you but ɛnɛ no wontumi nkɔkum obiara we just sit down here broadcast this all over the world wote Ghana mete America obi te Canada yɛtie saa asɛm wei nyinaa so it's also the time system no nso so ɛka ho na kakra mmɛka no
Okay, Sika Edasi. Patrol teachers for no anyone want to add something? Another Macon, Afrakuma Abigail.
Yeah, and another Macon, say your time, we have only 1 minute, with the questions and answers. You can create come on say moderator and mammy choir. Na ya to aso prako. Real quick, say the sika akasa be about it. Na ni nyinaa ne say baby abeba be pay. For instance, na you aba ni bisa say also go through Ashra, ne physical niyama moja yikum ye na say baby. Ejina baby ebewo. For instance, yekowo baby omsum buda. Oh, so the first year benyano, you don't have to deal with anything Ashra, say kukum moja man. You're going to start from mental way straight because of their main purpose, or they merely or mostly deal with mental stuff. So for one of them, so go people baby to say Hindus are almost one year, almost so abia also baby will flower best start here free. Almost the yes chakra and this anya man and also so and the dinner baby ebe wo atono and no influence pa also when it comes to the way you see educated any maybe I can't meet me I can so be back one.
I think that my convinced. It's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Thank
that's
you very much.
So, Abusha, for your question and answers and on time and all, yeah, they are very into. I think say we can start the lesson and ubianya so na winti if anything nanadumako the floor is yours. Take us through. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Dream Chaser. Thank you, everyone, for coming in here today. Today we're going to talk about one of our state of consciousness, and I know in the previous lessons we've already went through our physical state, that we talk about a lot of things, the universes, the planet, the families, and all those things that we see over here, and politics and churches and any other thing that we can see physically. We've already talked about that. We've also talked about the astral state of consciousness. That's where we have the angels, the churches, and all those ideologies going on, all the blood, kill, sacrificing, and all those stuff. We also spoke about our causal state of consciousness, which I think we did that last week or so, and that one too we spoke about a lot of planets, universes, sub-universes, sub-planes, and we also talked about our Akashic record that has like a library that has a lot of things. So I'm just trying to go over to kind of remind us where we started and where we are going in terms of the consciousness, state of consciousness. And today we're going to talk about mental state of consciousness, which is the fourth state of consciousness when it comes to some. I'm not going to say all because there are more after this 5 that we already spoke about. But when some of the consciousness that is the soul you can be in, or some of the consciousness that as a soul we can tune into as a soul, right? Because all these consciousness that we're talking about are being separated by frequency, energy, and vibration. So when you raise your frequencies, energy, and vibration to that point, you should be able to tune in it. It's like a radio, it's like a TV, right? That when you tune in it, boom, you catch it, you catch a station. The same way, as you raise your vibration over there, you should be able to get in there. So mental state of consciousness, what is it? This is a state of consciousness that pretty much when you're in, you deal with mind. You concentrate a lot on the things, or your mind is always on the things of the things of attaining or trying to attain the higher knowing, higher knowledge about the universes. That's all you're thinking about. That's everything that you kind of always trying to look for. Your mind is nowhere. Everything that you see it a kind of outside. Your main focus or your main purpose is to be able to achieve higher or attain higher higher knowing or higher awareness. You want to understand. That's all your mind always is around. That's where we have also the mental plane of consciousness that have or contains universal mind. When you say universal mind, I think previously when we were talking about the states, we spoke about it a little bit, but we're going to go a little deeper over here, and we will get more deeper when we get to the intermediate level. So universal mind is where every information is that we all type into as a being. All beings. It's not only us, and not only us on this planet. Everybody who is in creation tap knowledge from. So it means that everything that you think you know, somebody also know it, or somebody already knew it, because you do not, or you are not the only person who have that knowledge, who have access to it. So this knowledge that we are teaching here, we are not the only one teaching it. Some people somewhere are also teaching the same thing. This knowledge that we are sharing, somebody also already have this. It has already been taught millions of years ago. It has dropped in somebody. So everything that you know, somebody already know it. That's why sometimes when you think you are the only one who knows the answer to certain questions, somebody will give you the answer. It might not be the exact same way, because we do not tap into this information exact same way, because somebody else might use another way to get that information. You might use the other route. So there are different paths to be able to tap this. So that's universal mind. We'll go in deeper when we get into the intermediate level. Universal, I would say, mental state of consciousness also have we have the philosophies. This is where we get our intellectuals, our way of living, the mindfulness, and all other stuff. That is also there. When it comes to science, science is also in the universal state of consciousness. So those who come out with theories, those who come out with empirical experiences, experiments, and all those stuff. Those who come out with hypotheses and all those, oh, I think this will be done this way, this should be done this way. If you put A and B together, we're going to be able to do this. This chemical and that chemical, if you put it together, we should be able to, all those stuff, science itself, or the quantum physics, all those ideas, all those knowledge, they are all kind of at that level of consciousness. So for instance, somebody like Elon Musk, right? Elon Musk invented, actually, he's not the first person who did it. I have forgotten the name, but somebody previously brought that idea of electric cars or electric vehicles. But that time, it wasn't a good time, I'll put it that way. It wasn't the right time to bring that idea, because that time, the oil companies, they were at the top and high level. And also at that time, I think the global warming and all those stuff that people are campaigning currently wasn't that high. People were not in tune into that. So they were not paying a lot of attention. So somebody brought it and they just trashed it. But when he went back and was able to kind of brought it up again, people bought into it, and now we have it everywhere. Almost all the car manufacturing companies are doing electric cars. Tesla, everybody's talking about the richest person. All these inventions, all this stuff that is bringing out, all this science, all these technologies that guy is bringing out, They are all kind of pretty much coming from this part of, or this state of consciousness. The next one that we can see over there is kind of meditation. So that's why when you go there, you're going to see the Buddha, the Hindus, all those that they meditate. They meditate a lot, because that is coming from there. That is where we put your mind up there for you to get that experience. You're going to get a mental state experience when you do those. And also, last but not the least, this is where we have the ascended masters. When we talk about ascended masters, we're talking about a lot of them that we know about, like Buddha, Krishna, Jesus, and all those names, right? Hindus, Brahma, and all those guys that people always look up to, or people go to. And I know that those ascended masters, if you look at some churches like Kanka and all those people, they have specific ascended masters that they go to, and pretty much all those ascended masters, they are in that plane. They are in mental plane. So if your mind is always there, you're going to get into, or you're going to be able to get in there, and then get being taught by one of those masters, right? Just that it looks like Christians, we are not getting in tune with Jesus's kind of mental state of consciousness. We are not able to. We are taking everything like, oh, sacrifices, and all those stuff. And nananum too. Sacrifices, come kill gold, come kill what, come do that, go bring this, and all this. So we are kind of limited, more focused on the astral part of it, which should be technically should be up there. So the next thing is, somebody will ask, why mind? Why mind? Mind is very, 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 very critical when it comes to knowing, when it comes to being aware, when it comes to soul level. Mind, I would say, the soul, or all vibrations, all intuition, everything is delivered through the mind. The mind serves as a receiver. That's how I call it. I compare mind to something like our computers, our phones. The way we are able to capture data from somewhere, because those data, those information, and everything that we are getting, right? We get it from the universal mind, the bigger mind that contains everything. But our mind, if you tune it like a radio, is able to tap into that. So our mind serves as a receiver. Anything that you put, that's why this white people, they always say, anything that you put your mind into it, you can do it. As long as you put your mind into it, you're going to be able to do it. Why? Because the mind is everything. As a man thinketh, so he or she is. Send you see general. So before anybody will portray or would demonstrate any behavior at all, that person has already thought about it. A drop in your mind before you come up with anything at all, any innovation. Even, I always say this, before you sit down and do imagination, those things that you imagine, you use your mind eye to see those. If I sit down quietly in my room and I observe the whole room and I close my eyes, I'm able to see my room, eyes closed, with my mind eye. So mind is very, 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 very critical. Let's take this, or let's make this analogy. The reason why we always talk about, oh, Sunday school, the churches and all other religions, and then we go through Islam and everything. They do makaranta. If you go to Abusumfie, they teach their kids how to pour libation and kill all those animals. They start from the infancy, because that time they are putting stuff in your mind. Because that time, according to research, your mind is like an empty, let's say, computer, right? Empty CPU. There's nothing in it. Or empty USB drive, or the one we call it pen drive, or hard drive or something. It's empty. And it's garbage in, garbage out. What you put into it is what you're going to receive. That's why people, everything that people, you see people demonstrating, that's how they are. It's already in their mind. So mind game is what they've been using for years, and it still works for them. Something like politics. They play mind game with us all the time. NDC and MPP, when it comes to US Republican and Democrats, you'll be fighting for them because they create the scene in your mind. In the media, they will show it as if they are fighting, as if they are in conflict. And then you, the followers, they play with your mind, and then you start fighting for them while they are together enjoying. That's mind game. One of the mind games that I also talk about is racism, right? They created this. There are some people who they call elite. And when it comes to our physical elite, they are enjoying everything. They are behind the slave trade. They are behind everything that goes on. They are rich, right? They have everything that they want. But they thought that if these people come together, if white and blacks, those less privileged, if they come together, they can destroy everything that we have. So let's put something in their head. From infancy, schools, everywhere, they will create something like racism. That I don't like my brother because he or she is white, or she is black, or because of the color, because of the hair color, because of skin color, because of accent, because of religion, everything to kind of divide us, right? And whenever they do that, they start from infancy. That's what Sunday school is there. Catch them young and they will be yours forever. That quote came from mind game. Because those who are at the top of their mind, they know what is going on. They know how to play in the media, on our CNN, BBC, TikTok, whatever you call it, social media, everywhere. They want to show you what you guys or we should. They want to show us what they want to show us, right? What they want us to hear is what they will talk about. They will keep on showing it in the form of commercials, adverts, right? So mind is everything when it comes to this. And if your mind is up there, you're going to block all those noise. I normally call them noise. Block them. Because you want to achieve something higher. When you start seeing all those things that we've talked about, all those mind games, if you see them as a game, as a way of distraction, if you want to distract anybody, the best way to do is to play with that person's mind. If you're able to do that, you've gone. If you're able to put a lot of information, wrong or misinformation, into your kid or into your child from infancy, that's it. It's going to take a very, 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 very hard, I'll say, or it's going to take a lot of work for you to be able to unprogram that person. All programming that we always talk about, we were programmed. How was it done? Through our mind. You don't see yourself as a God. You don't see yourself as a soul. You don't see yourself as being capable, and you want to worship somebody because your mind has been played with. Your mind has been fed with this kind of information that you are nobody. So your mind, your state of, those who do that, most of them, they are up there, state of consciousness. Their mind, mental state of consciousness is very, very high. So that's why they are able to manipulate. That's why they are able to play with our mind. But if you are able to know or raise your vibration, your frequency, and you're able to tune in, you're able to start looking into, oh, I'm higher than this. Before you can even be convinced that you're higher, you are a soul, and you're higher than this, or start with mind. Because, I mean, you can't be holding a gold. Somebody can have a gold, right? Very, 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 or any mineral, bauxite, manganese, or diamond in his or her hand. And if in your mind you don't see it as a gold, you're never going to see it as a gold, because everything stays in the mind. Our mind is what we use to value anything that we come into contact with. All this information that we are sharing here, if in your mind you decide not to do it, or you don't value it, it doesn't matter what people say. So mind is very, very, very critical. Your state of mind, the things that you put into your mind, the things that you watch. Because anytime you watch, and we always say that where attention goes, energy flows. Where you always pay attention to will feed into your mind, and it's going to be very, very difficult. That's why some of us, when you try to pull some of your friends, when you try to talk to them about this knowledge, they cannot, or they don't want to listen. They don't want to, because they have to unlearn and relearn. And it's very, very, very difficult decision. Most of the time, your soul is not ready. Sometimes too, your mind is like full of certain things that you believe. And one more thing that I've also researched and learned, that our mindset controls the mood that we go through, or how we act, our attitude. Our mind is part of it. It takes control for everything. Let's say that somebody has done something to you, right? Negatively. Let me put it that way. Somebody did something to you negatively. To you, you see it as a very negative. Somebody has stolen something from you, or has gossip about you, and as a result, something happened to you, right? Anytime you see that person, your mind will tell you, oh, here he goes, here she goes. This is the guy who did something to me. And all of a sudden, your mood will change. You can feel it within you. You might be very happy, enjoying your time. As soon as you see that person, your mind, boom, will tell you, hey, this is the guy who did this to you. And as soon as that happens, you're going to see that your mind, your mood has changed. Why? Because your mind is sending signals, and it will take over your entire body. And then you start acting quickly. Your mood has changed. You don't even want to see. Sometimes people, as soon as they see them, they start fighting. Because mind controls everything. So it's very, very important to pay attention to what we put our mind into. So those who are at that level of consciousness, or that state of consciousness, their mind is always on attaining universal knowledge. They don't want anything to distract them. So their way of doing it is, most of the time, they prefer to do meditations. They want to sit down quietly. They want to think about universe. They see everything around them as just a game, as just illusion. And they just flow through They don't bother themselves a lot. They don't get stressed out with what is happening. Any thought that will come, they will quickly want kind of flash away. Any thought that will come, that is not, I mean, that is not part of their journey to know their journey of consciousness. They will try to flash it out quickly. So they prefer to spend a lot of time, hours, on meditation. Think deep into certain things. Anything they see, they will sit down quietly and then think so deeply. They want to understand everything that they do. There's a code that I think the Buddhists, one of their code, that never do anything or never put anything in you. When they say in you, it's not just eating, in you, in your mind, that you do not understand. They want to really understand every decision or everything that they are doing. For instance, if they are worshiping or killing goats and all those stuff, they want to understand the reason why they are doing it to certain beings. For instance, as they do, if they are worshiping something, God or something, church or Islam or something, they want to know. They want to understand because their state of consciousness is at the mental level. It's very, 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 very high. So again, that's the reason why most of our religions, they use Sunday school because they want to feed into our mind. They want us to, because your mind determines everything, and then and also your belief. Before you can believe in something, that thing has already stuck in your mind. So it's very, very, very critical. I've already talked about our social media, the things that they show us, the commercials they show, everything. It's a mind game because the mind has impact on the way we react, the way we relate to people. Because from infancy, if I'm able to tell my kids, hey, we are all the same, I can see everybody, every being, everything around you in you, right? If I'm able to tell my kids from infancy or able to give them this information, they will see everything as one, the oneness. So it's going to stick deep into their mind, and they're going to start manifesting those kind of that kind of behavior because it's garbage in, garbage out. If I keep telling my kids we are separated, we are individuals, you are white, they are black, we are not common, you are higher than them, you are royalty, and they are less privileged, you are rich, they are poor, this is politicians, they are at the top of the hill and we are down, this kind of separation. You're going to see that they're going to grow up and that thing is going to be in them probably for the rest of their life. It's going to be very difficult for us to be able to, for that person to be able to unlearn and relearn, or unless you come to this path to know, hey, all those things are just games. All those things are just to distract us, not to realize who we are. Because when we are together, we can do it. It's easy for people to come together and then get things done. But when you're separated, that's all. So the mind game, or what the mind normally does, is phenomenal. The mind controls everything. As I said earlier, our imaginations that we do, it stays in our mind. The mind sees everything. Our eyes we use, and I always say this, we use our eyes to look at things, but we use our mind to see. Why am I saying that? Sometimes, right? Somebody, you might be looking at something right in front of you, but when your mind eye is not looking at that thing, or when your mind is not there, you will not even recognize that thing. Sometimes you can think too deep, and then somebody will come and stand right in front of you. You can see something in front of you, but you will not even recognize that thing. What is that? That tells us that our mind is not on that person or on that thing in front of us. Our eyes is just looking at it, but our mind is not there. So this shows that we use our eyes to see, but our mind is what we use to just watch. Sorry, we use our eyes to watch things, but our mind is what we use to see. And again, I just want to kind of remind us, all these states of consciousness are being separated by frequencies. Something like contemplation. How do we contemplate? What do we use to contemplate? When information comes out, when you hear this kind of knowledge, when you are able to download, what do we use to download information from other realms? I think last time I watched one of the interviews of Elon Musk, and then he was saying that somebody was asking him how he got this kind of technology and everything. And he said, I was able to transcend and download those kind of information. What do we use to envision? It's our mind. When you go to big institutions that I don't want to mention names, in the foreign countries, the US, Canada, and all those places, their defenses, the nuclear weapons and other stuff that they build, how do you think they are able to build something that can fight in the next 10 years? They imagine it. They use their imagination power. They envision. They use their mind. They are able to sit down and they quietly envision 10 years, 20 years, 30 years to come. This is all something that comes to mind. And all those knowledge is already there in the big mind or the universal mind. That I call it the database. The bigger database. That's where we tap all those information from. And if you're not able to tune in, you will not be able to tap that information. It's going to be difficult for you to be able to come out with anything because you don't know, we don't have the knowledge. But here's the case, we're having it. And last but not the least, all these states of consciousness are part of creation. It's already here. And as a soul, we do have the ability to tune into it. We do have ability to know it. We do have ability to explore it. Thank you very much. I've spent 3 minutes more than my time. I think it's time for us to listen to, if any of the teachers want to add 1 or 2 things, and then we'll open up for questions, comment, or concerns. Thank you very much. The Dream Chaser or the Seeker?
Yeah.
Are you guys? Yeah. Are
Okay.
you guys there? Yeah.
Yeah,
Over to you.
yɛda ase ne nkyerɛkyerɛmu a wode ama yɛn nnɛ. Ama yɛate nneɛma bebree ase sɛ yɛadwene no ɛyɛ nneɛma bebree a yɛ sometimes we are not aware of a lot of things. Please, the other teachers, please, Sika, Afrakuma, Abigail, Ajro, if you have anything to add up before we go straight to the question and answer, sir.
No, to me, I am okay. We should let the questions flow and then we cover whatever it is there.
Okay. Afrakuma, what about you? Afrakuma, can you hear me? What about you? Do you have anything to add up? Okay, I think she's not around. So anyway,
Abigail is also here.
Abigail, please, are you here?
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm all set. Move on and call. Maybe I
Okay,
have questions. I'm right.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Abigail, what about you?
Yes. Let's start with the questions.
Okay, thank you. So yeah, please, the questions portal is open again once again. So if there's anything that you want more clarifications on, or you want to ask something, or you have anything that you want to know, please, you can raise your hands and ask any question that you want to ask, so we can dive in a little bit more for more clarifications. So yeah, if you want to say something, please kindly tap on your screen and ask, raise your hand, so I can call you. I can unmute you for you to say anything that you want to say. Okay, Mama Florence, once again, thank you for. Mama Florence, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you, teacher. Mpacho, my question is, your teacher Ekasa no, say the mental state of consciousness no, enye yen kwana yeni ayewo this planet Earth, and you download information from there, but it's a place all the other entities ni nyinaa ɛhɔ na ɔmo download information ɛwɔ hɔ, including the ascending masters no ne the angels, the other does it mean say icons no nyinaa nso hɔ na ɔmo nso ɔmo gye ɔmo information ɛwɔ anaa? Patro mepɛ sɛ mehu ɛno. Thank you.
Okay. Nana, there was sample Sika, sample Abigail, also sample Tino, please. If
Yes. I'm say minimum banner no crowd answer no, because that anybody, that's why at the end I said that this is part of creation. So anyone or any being that is in creation tap the knowledge his or her, for the sake of we being here, because there are only two genders that we classify ourselves into. That's why I'm using his or her. There might be different gender somewhere in another plane, another universes that we don't know. By the end of the day, anyone who is in creation, the knowledge that you have, anything that you can ever thought of, be a bit about India is there. So all the entities, all the other beings that we call them gods, like Anunnakis, Dragos, Reptilians, all the knowledge and everything, that's where they get it from. If anybody want to add anything, that's cool. Thanks.
Okay. Yeah, I think Nana has said it all. It is the information center of the whole creation. The whole creation. So it doesn't matter wherever that person is, being physical,
Hello.
Hello.
Maud, please kindly hang on for a second. Sika is explaining something.
I may not talk into Sorry, why? May not
Oh,
talk into
don't worry. Sika, you can go.
So it is the information center of the whole creation. That means a body be a creation will be an honor or more adwene. And as a brain no a capture a near my free ba. I think nana a honor can boom the brain and the mind. Yeah, a koye mind. But it should be the brain and the mind. So the brain is in our head and the mind is in the mental plane where we think we begin to download things from the mind perspective through the brain. So the brain is like a receiver that receives the things from the mind, and the mind is internet, and your brain is like your telephone, where you can flip to the Facebook, YouTube, and everything. So everything is in the mind, the server that has the Facebook and every. So if your telephone break, it doesn't mean the YouTube on the server has break. That's why it doesn't mean that mind has been dead. It is still there. It is the information center of the whole creation. So whatever your brain can receive, no, it came from there. That is where it came from. So all the beings in the creation type their information, type everything they know in their head, in their brain from that place. Thank you.
Sika. Maud, please, you can go on.
Dream chaser, I think say the same thing. The Sika Kanana Kameva Beka. I think
Okay.
say almost the same because once you are coming to creation from so etheric mental, once you pick body singing, it is all creation, dear. Brain, no, I better tap into that server, which is the mind. To anyone in creation taps from there. That's the same thing I had wanted to say.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Daniel, please, I've unmute you. You can ask your question, Daniel.
Thank you
Hey,
very much.
Mpacho, maybe
Yeah.
the answer
Oh,
is,
Mr. Soye, okay, Anna.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Mama Florence, please, are you okay with the answers?
please, a little bit, because the answer you gave me has pop up another question. The difference between the brain and the mind. Unsa wo de battery man na ye ka na adwene is the same adwene wadwene. So the difference between the brain and the mind, if you can just give me a little bit.
I think say Sika kind before. So the brain is something that you can touch. If yes, ever say right now you have utia we are so at a local hospital near
Mhm.
pi with your brain is something that the doctors can see, they can operate on. You understand? But the mind, no, it doesn't sit in your head. And no, new training. You understand? So
Okay,
that is
okay,
the difference between brain and your mind.
okay, okay.
Okay, thank
So
you.
I had to say, mpacho na je say I had to say to say we see satellite. Would the satellite yes see with TV, so open sa watch all the
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
will TV so no.
Yeah.
Sabe pepe.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the satellite is here, and then you connected to the network, so you can
Server no
get
baby channels ni nyina e free ba no.
ebeba. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Sanity.
That's
Sanity.
it. That's it.
Okay,
That's
thank you.
the best analogy you can give.
Mm.
Stations ni nyinaa wɔ hɔ, bi wɔ China, bi wɔ Russia, bi wɔ America, any Ghana hɔ, but all the satellite ni bi si so a, you can connect all those stations ni nyinaa, and a new
Nina
TV no mu so free baabi na ɛba. So
Free
the
eba
baby.
TV is the brain, and the satellite no a ɛkye saa nneɛma no free baabi a
is the
ɛno nso
mind.
ɛba no is the mind. So the
Okay,
mind
thank
no
you.
ɛni yɛ nipadua no mu is somewhere. That is the mental state.
Okay, I get it.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome, sister.
Thank you. Daniel, please, I've unmute you if you can hear me. Kindly ask your question. If not, let's jump to I am. I am.
Okay.
I am. Please, you can ask your question, please.
Thank you very much. So, thanks for this opportunity. In the presentation,
Okay.
the teacher spoke about the fact that the ascended masters resided in the mental plane, including Jesus Christ, and that the Christians miss it in a particular way. Was talking about sacrifice, and I did not get that part clear. I wanted to know what the Christians are missing by way of connecting to Jesus Christ in this plane. Thank you.
Okay. Daniel, please, can you kindly, sorry for taking you back. Can you make your question clear so that they will know where to tackle, please?
Okay. Um, we were told that Jesus Christ, as part of the ascended masters,
Okay.
lives or can be found in the mental plane, right? And that the Christians, he mentioned that he was talking about something and mentioned that it has to be sacrifice here and there. So the Christians are not able to connect to it very well. I didn't get that part.
Yeah. I get it. So don't
Okay.
worry yourself.
Okay.
I get it.
Thank
Yeah. Nana is talking about, the Buddhists, the Buddhism, they know their Buddha is there. So they type into that frequency and connect to the Buddha. Up to now, the Buddha was from this earth and he get this knowledge and he is able to ascend to that mental place. So his people have his connection up to now that they can connect to the Buddha. That is why they are always in the meditation state for the mental. So Nana is talking about Christians. We mix it how to connect with Jesus, but here, the one who came on this planet to lead that movement was not called Jesus. It's just the name no Masasano. That is Yeshua. So if then now we have the name Jesus, it means some people have twisted that name. So if you wanted to connect through that the name, you can't get it in there.
Oh,
You
okay,
can't get it
okay,
in there. That is
okay,
where he wanted to say that we have
okay.
mixed that connection. If not
Oh,
that,
okay,
we will be able to do a lot best than what we are doing. Instead of worshiping somebody, we could
sure.
have able to get somebody to look up to. Like that person, my the real knowledge, but
Mm.
because the elect has made us mix that connection through that name, the person who make that the whole this thing, we have missed the name and everything and how to connect to that person. That's why someone honam. No. So that's
Oh,
why he
okay,
wanted to touch.
okay. Thank you very much, Sika. It's very clear now. Thank you.
You are welcome, bro.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Please, I am. I think I unmuted you, but you didn't say anything. So let's jump to someone else, please. In case you raised your hands and I didn't see her, kindly raise it again because I'm not seeing anyone for now.
So
So, so,
somebody
so
Ah,
man,
so man, yeah, sorry. So man, please kindly unmute yourself and
Hello.
yeah, you can hear
Hello.
you.
I can ask my question.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah. My question is how can one access higher mind?
Okay, so how can you have access to the higher mind?
Yes.
Okay. Sika, Nana, are you
Okay,
there? Board the
I am
teachers.
there. Yeah.
Oh,
A crime person of a first bit more connected to the higher mind. And this is what we are doing. This is what we are doing. So gradually, we are giving you the steps how to tap into. That is why we are giving you the state of the consciousness. And we are also giving you all this insight so that you may know this is the state. If I wanted astral beings, this is the way I wanted to go. If I want a akashic record, this is where I need to go. That is causa. If I need to connect to the higher mind, then it is in the mental. So you are in it, you are part of it. We are giving you how you can do to tap into. That is what we are preparing you for. That is why we told you to do that technique. It's like a form of meditation. You will sit down, you focus on the mind, you focus on your mind, eye, and everything. And gradually, you are able. Some of you have begin to experience things and everything because it all falls in the brain and it is coming up from the mind. So it is what we are beginning. All those teachings we are giving you, we are preparing you for that. I don't know whether it's okay for you or you want the straight answer that do this and you connect to. No, it's the whole teachings that will make you like you wanted to be a farmer. You go to school to learn agriculture. You know, they will take you topic by topic, talking, and after you finish the school, you know how to process everything. Abobi yare, aduaba bi na wudua, obehu ade ebe ha no, nneɛma so is the whole education na yɛno de ma wo no ɛna ɛbɛtumi ama wɔtumi ehu how to figure nyɛ sɛ bi a yɛkyerɛ wo sɛ kɔkɔ di mɛnkan fufuo wodi wie ya wobɛkɔ mental dabi we are giving you the education nti na yɛno ma wodi kan hu all the state of consciousness no nneɛma ɛwɔ hɔ baabi a wobɛtumi akɔ deɛ wopɛ no baabi a wobɛtumi anya no so now we are teaching you how the brain connect to the through teachings na yɛno de ma wo no ɛne the techniques no wotena ase na woyɛ wo meditation na woyɛ wo techniques no woyɛ wo breathing no nyinaa no yɛ ade a you are connecting energies frequencies and etc and boom you are there.
Oh, okay.
So, bro, are you okay with the response?
Yes.
So, man, in fact, a crabby in
Thank
Candia,
you.
it a kind of whenever you receive something, how do you even download certain things? Sometimes when you are there and then some answers, you have questions. First of all, you might have questions to some certain you might have questions on certain things. But as soon as you sit down and deep contemplation, deep thinking with the knowledge that you have, when you sit down and then deep, you're going to see that things will start dropping. That's what people call downloading. You're going to start downloading. So all these exercises, as Sika said, that we've been going through the breathing exercise, focusing on one thing. The moment you focus on those things, the moment the thing that you want to achieve, you focus on it. Paying attention to it, boom, all the knowledge or all the information that you need about that thing will start dropping. So that is one of the exercises. That's why Ita wants us to or introduce a technique for us to be able to pay attention, or maybe how do you call it, stay still and then focus on something. That will help you to be able to download information about the thing that you're paying attention. So there are a lot of techniques, skills, and everything that we're going to introduce throughout our journey, and we should be able to connect straight, because it's not something that is hard at all.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Please, anyone else? Anyone else have question?
I think today if Ita is around he's going to introduce a technique. It should be
Yeah,
a last week name say Bibi Boba.
yeah, exactly.
So and then you are going to give a new techniques about visualization. So all this content is propelling your brain to connect to the mind, the internal mind, the internal information for the whole creation. No, it will prepare you to. He said, "Na kano." Tini ekasi bia obetimi adwene ho no. So kokofo no muko school a omo de saa de we tu mutirim. So they know nti ope bibi a oye bibi no ntimi a obegya de ne ye no watena se no wahya se odwene saa de no ho but ye no nam se ye na nya in the beginning no nti na ye basa they know say ade bi wo soro a betima drop e de amount. So stop all whatever you are doing ade we na pese we ye now me pese metimi focus on and I say metimi bobo cardboard but mentimi nya me hu ni yie nti no mu dia to ma dwunum jade na we ne hyase tenase through meditation tina obeti o say Joshua meditate on my word day and night meditation. Meditate, it's like visualization, imagination, creativity. So nipa no betena ho na wodwene ade no ho no, then he connect to this mind, and that thing na yaye awie no say they see drop no information in nyina ho na a drop, because that is what your energy, that is what your frequency edwene, and the frequency no brain no. It's like internet. You go to your internet and you go to Google search, you search for Ghana. You are searching for Ghana, you are not searching for Canada. So when you type Ghana, Ghana will come. So if I wanted to build a cupboard and I don't know how, my brain is sending a signal to that internal mind that I need to build a cupboard. So immediately I sit down, then the cupboard information of the cupboard drop into my brain. That is why the white, they are going forward, 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 and we are going backwards, backward, because we don't have this knowledge from infancy. So if your child is doing something and he couldn't do it, just cry in Africa. Cry. He cry. No, soon, because we don't have this kind of knowledge that will teach us that anything you think of, you can get something out of it. That is the whole thing. But they won't tell you the definite, so adibi abadwene ho no bibi obabi e de beba. So no ma brush so. Adibi abadwene ho no sabitimi aka. Won say go kan we. Eni ba bi anka won sabeka. So this is all what they did their things. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Shika. I think Soman want to ask another question.
Okay.
Okay, so Soman, go on. Soman, please, you can ask your question.
Oh, okay. But my question is, your physical play. Also, if your physical play, now you call Astra. Who bet me jump from Astra to another level?
Okay,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's not like ufiri aha na wokɔ ha nti na ɛwɔ sɛ wogo no ayi ba ayi, depende deɛ wopɛ no. Wobɛtumi ajampo, wopɛ koraa na wobɛtumi ajampo from the koraa to ayi etheric. It depende adeɛ a wopɛ no. Ɛnyɛ sɛ ɛyɛ barrier anaasɛ ɛyɛ kura a ɛwɔ sɛ wokɔ so from ha to ha to ha. Yɛkyerɛ wo nneɛma a ɛwɔ hɔ. Wote aseɛ? Nti yɛkyerɛ wo step by step. Nti adeɛ no a wokɔpɛ no na ɛbɛkyerɛ baabi a wokɔ. So wonkɔpɛ information about your past and also your future. Now can say we call a Astra. You can't get it there because never cause that. So you have to jump it to cause that. So in your dear yes say it was a free Astra. Sanwako cause that and Sanwako say a frequency. Just a radio and a within the yes will be tinu radio no say it was a meeting to a Europe. It was a me ba France meeting no free France and I'm a call aha na me call Italy na me call Belgium there be ubetuma tune from there to America na wutie. So yeah ma wo hu niema e wo ho enye all necessary say wo say wo call step by step by step by step. It depend on the cry wo hwehwe no. So you can jump to anywhere depending how to regulate your frequency and ubetumi akobo bia opebia. And that is why you are also a soul. Say enye uso no na wode ekọ dia ene make say say bia akọ no one by one. It's a part of your body. We have astral body, causal body, mental body. That is why you are able to think sanema we nyina timi adwuma. But say wode so na ekọ dia, you can jump to anywhere. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm okay.
Okay. Okay.
okay.
Our sister Lisa, and I mean unka a man radio
Uh,
no
hey,
enka until a
Lisa,
man
why?
radio enka cry. We are
Efia,
happy the way you ask questions. Nti man
Efia, you
radio
too,
no.
why? Why you guys not saying anything?
Yeah, Musa
Yeah,
questions.
1 minute to go. 1 minute.
Yeah,
Okay. The time no class. We
the
can
time
give you another 10 minutes, but
yeah,
don't worry. It depends if the questions are coming or not.
atwa so I don't know. Efia, more Lisa, Yonki, the rest, KB,
Yeah.
Mystical,
Sister
all of
Florence
you guys.
Apajanensa, but
Sister
I make a
Florence.
venture omo. At the end of
Okay.
year, no, one tiasia you can't transcend. Nti the adibia be obstacle dia ma obi an busa ne mu na ho because we are dealing with knowledge. We yes kwa akra ne ko for VIP ne ko mental state. Ukwa nkrofo na programming bus ni si wo driver ho bi na ato ne car ukofo akọ. We nti sa it is knowledge na de ukọ so unti ase na anya adwuma kakra bi a you won't get it. So mumusa questions guys. Sister Florence.
Yeah, Mama Florence.
Thank you so much once again for giving me another opportunity. Please, I just want to ask this question. It's similar to the last question that our brother just asked. But you know about money visa say, ubetumi jump from this physical plane, no? Physical plane, how ubetumi jump from Astra because of send your mama steps, no, for the 5 realms, no. But answer teacher dear man say yes, possible so obetumi jump no. And we when you are alive on this planet Earth and then ultimate jump. But after you have died, now we leave this body in there. I think say you cannot jump from one plane to another and just go straight away to the causal plane. And I say I don't say possible.
Yeah, my sister. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and until na ye ma say nim die we no. Mm. First na wunim no. Wunim say nim die we no. That is how the source no o create ade no. Tinka oba ha be di 100 years no. A wu ye no. Na nka ye straight say nka obeko Astra. Na nka wakotna Astra so na nka wakodi 5,000 years. House wu a na nka wakokoza. Na house wakodi 10,000. Then you get the experience. But here in the case that place yi nyinaa to be able to get there no ɛnyɛ easy ɛnyɛ sɛdeɛ wei no source no de to hɔ no saa na ɛte bi nkurɔfoɔ bi wɔ ntɛm a wokɔ a wɔmbɛtwe wasan so you need to get the knowledge while you are alive nyɛ saa na wowu a you were blind soul woyɛ nifirani a wonim baabi a wokɔ so they will drag you to wherever they want nti nimdeɛ wei na wonya no ama sisia na wote aseɛ no wobɛtumi akɔ Koza, wobɛtumi akɔ Italic, wobɛtumi akɔ Mental. Ɛwɔ abere a wote ase yi dada wo. Huni saa. Nti wuwu a, then you chose. Baabi a wopɛ sɛ wokɔ. Bere a wote ase no, baabi a wokɔ yɛ a, hɔ yɛ wo w'ani gye. Ɔmo state of consciousness no, wopɛ. Ɛyɛ wakɔnnɔ. That is your heaven. Na yɛka na ɔmaka no nyinaa bɔ mu no. Then na wachoose sɛ, mewu a mepɛ sɛ mekɔ Mental. Na mekɔbɔ me bra ɛwɔ hɔ. Nti wote ase no wotumi kɔ hɔ dada so wowu a wonim kwan no abɛfa so akɔ but wonim kwan no deɛ a nka ɛwɔ sɛ wowu a nka wokɔ Astra bɛno koraa no ma deɛ wo nsa nka ɛhɔ na icons no de bɛkɔ akɔfa reincarnation ayinom ne akɔ wipe wo memory ne yɛsan de waba abɛhyɛ adwuma ase foforɔ nti sei na ɔbɔ adeɛ no ɛyɛɛ no nka ɛwɔ sɛ wofiri class 1 wokɔ class 2 wokɔ class 3 na wonya experience no ɛkɔ nti wobɛkɔ akɔduru soro hɔ no when you experience, then you go to your soul state. But here in the case, antisabium, crophobia hijackers are planning in a no use yen for their energy purpose. Ntino, knowledge now be yan on a bachelor. Where be a waiting me, I'll contribute my jump for her. Ako, causa, and nase, italic, dependia juma, obey because we are dealing with frequency and vibration. The way I'll get to knowledge, you know. And a bachelor baby I'll bet me the so it is possible once you have the knowledge to go anywhere. Are you okay, sister?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, Matthias, okay. So it's not like say, okay, it's just a we knowledge need there.
Yeah.
Knowledge no na after death, no, the
Mm-hmm.
knowledge will lead you to the right path. I will pass the uko.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So it's not like say, compulsory say, was say you transcend to Astra, and then after Astra you transcend to another It is not
Mm-hmm.
compulsory.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not like
oh,
that.
oh, okay. Oh, okay.
Enti fani sɛ wote Ghana so wonkɔ America daba to pɛ sɛ wokɔ America and wokɔ Google so a wokɔ Google na wobɔ America wobɛtumi ahwɛ America nkronkro bi a ɛwɔ hɔ biara wode map no so ate aseɛ wote Ghana wonkɔ America daba to nim baabi America saa wei wɔ nti no one day a wobɛnya opportunity ni sɛ wopɛ sɛ wokɔ America no
Yeah.
wonim baabi a wokɔ biara so ate because wadi ka tena baabi ehu nea ɛwɔ America hɔ nom nyinaa dada.
Yeah.
So what I say, aha, in the same thing. Say, unyanko those places, you know, but your knowledge, you know, said the bear who do honoma, you know how to maneuver yourself. So what I say, aha,
Okay.
Samet here. Said the what the kind, like, jump it, usia niemano, hanum prekwan sana, uko do honoma. Fane sɛ wokɔdu hɔnom na wonnim how a wobɛyɛ yi a maybe hɔnom no na obi benya wo na sɛ onim sɛ wonim nimdeɛ biara no a ɔde wobɛyɛ ayi n'akoa no so ate aseɛ but sɛ wonya knowledge no wɔ hanom wie prɛko a asɛ wokɔduru hɔnom na sɛ bi a obi bɛn wo na sɛ wonim sɛ nnipa yi a wɔbɛn me deɛ ɔnyɛ mfa sɛ ɔnyɛ white beans they are hame wa you will be able to escape from all these beans but say we knowledge in and you will find your way out. You understand?
Yeah, Matthias, yeah, I think I will call baby as I see so cry to say, Bia, or Bia, or Kumasi no Macrada, no, so quite crano. Because of some Macrada, now, when seeking information, Bia say, Bia, me person me full STC from Kumasi to Accra. Udu Kumasi station, or Bia bit me a catch so, but for car way because you don't know where you are going. No one should be. Oh, okay. Okay, and yanuntina Bible nika say the one to minimum tunes and di wasasi so no to minimum tunes and di wo ahimemu honso because you have to get the experience here before you can okay
Yeah, sister. It's all among. It's a code. What you say? Nti mame nka ne sɛ sisia yi a wote ase adeɛ no a wosua no bɛkakra no wobɛtumi akɔ kɔɔza hɔ wote ase no wobɛtumi akɔ hɔ wobɛtumi akɔ mental hɔ wobɛtumi akɔ baabi a wode so no bɛkɔ na wo nipadua no dadam so you are going to choose wherever you die no baabi a wobɛkɔ dada wate ase nti the moment aso no bɛdrɔpo nipadua no nti na Paul sɛ wodwiri ntomadan yi gu a yɛwɔ fie foforɔ a ɔnamfa nsansi wate ase so you are going to travel with that. Not because of say unim hodada no, it's so easy to go. So you can jump from anywhere to where, but juma. Why?
And yet nasum. And yet intino kakanka cry.
Matthias.
Okay, that's
okay.
Because
more.
Ma me enfu bi foforo mesre ho ara
okay
enfu bi foforo why me dasi okay I am please yana na yentem dasi I am please you can ask your question me dikai emma o mic no I think say the network no ya antene I am unmute yourself tap on screen no maybe a mic in da no like I said.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
Please, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
So, my question is, I know there's relativity of time on this earth and in the dimension that we're speaking about. So we spoke about the mental realm.
Oh, yeah.
So if I am soul traveling and I want to learn a skill in the mental realm, okay. For instance, if I want to be a doctor on this planet, it will maybe take me about 6 to 7 years before I can become that. So is it that if you want to learn something like that, that'll take you 7 years on this planet? In the mental realm, is it going to take you a shorter time to learn that there? And then when you come, maybe it will just be about a minute here, when you come back into your body, I just want to understand how the time
Okay.
works
Okay,
and
give me this.
duration if you
Yes,
want to learn something, the length
okay,
of
Sika
duration compared to
Faneko.
when you're back here.
Yeah,
Okay, bro.
yeah.
Yeah, Matthew can me try to your time no konipa better
And
so
that's it.
actually.
Mm.
Yeah, said you can no. Untimi fa one day enkonko ye doctor or mentor na fa me ye adwuma wa asase we so. It doesn't work like that. What you say? Ana untimi nso ka say unko doctoring school was asase we so but ukọ ho akọfa knowledge no de aba ye adwuma wa ha. Obi a ma lances no ma unfa nye adwuma. So until the moment na ebi a wo part we so no na ebi a uko school you wanted to pursue a doctorate degree no then it is more benefit for you because near man no school you can go there and learn it higher but no just say wo akọ no makọ learn it higher na de chin ya oba ya se maja school me kwa akote me ho akoyem doctor ho na be ma lances am akoy operation so you have to pass
Pacho.
7 years
Yeah,
no
and
on course no
yeah, an example of
uh-huh
knowledge, wealth of knowledge.
uh-huh
Sorry, just one person make castle. That's just an example
uh-huh
of the list of knowledge.
This is time and space. This is time and space question, and we're going to discuss that in the intermediate level or maybe advanced level. So time and space is a whole topic by itself. Yeah. So you're going to learn much about it.
Yes, exactly.
So if you can please wait, and then when that time comes, then we work on it.
Okay.
But I think what
That's fine.
Sika was explaining,
No
it's
problem.
it replies his question.
Thanks.
So I don't know why he
okay
was not getting
okay
it.
okay now I get it opeso who say ọkọ no mo 10 minutes a obetimi di be ebeye ha no be 7 years so obetimi akache the whole you know
Okay. Oh,
topic no na
that
10 minutes
one
no
there.
okay
Just the
Okay,
knowledge.
you see, that those places there's no time and space. You understand? Only here, and now we have time. Are you okay with that?
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
because
you.
we spoke about the mind and the brain. Okay. Thank you very much. It's fine. Thank you
All
so
right.
much.
Thank you. I appreciate. Please, any, please, unmute yourself and.
make me the bibias so
Hello.
All right.
Bacho Mutimenka.
Okay. Yeah. Tonka.
Bacho Mutimenka.
Any tonka.
Oh yeah. Not that about knowledge and I'm basically added something to it. When I say me experience be bad, na my intention was say me per information be. I mean experience me share will be. I don't know catch them so which one information na me per. And I'm catching said that be information me gym food be a me share. But guess what? I feel we are not calling now. Feel me information and I'm here. That me per. See that me can be see and say when you get this knowledge na more share na a boa itu unya sa experience na obi be shi obi ntimi yere enda ada ebeboa wa
Sapo pepe.
pacho mo
Yeah. Set your tonka.
yeah okay
Thank you.
evidence
Please. Thank you anyway. Thank you.
okay
Set.
cheers
Please, you
pacho
can
on
go.
say pacho mtimi kasa
Set in Pacho Bitmakasa.
oh me that's on say yemfa say usua about the way abesi atwika enti wadwene nyina yɛ car na opese usua no enti the moment I share car na sis etwi no the knowledge na ankasa ebeba because this is where you want to learn enti so person or doctor more na beginning when you knowledge and as who go school into the actual on you team to the more who contemplate about it no the more the knowledge yeah and also eba into se bia one doctor school and as one co school as who kwa doctor now be a using engineering doctorate courses and I say question I wasn't ka busa fa or movie away engineer ma kram because we knew who nimudie and the information but based on nimudie kakra na wo fa bibi ketua bi nti se bia wo nimudie ketua bi about doctor course no sa knowledge no more na wo dwen ho na knowledge ni ba more but se wonim nimudie bia fa bibi ho na aka so pese hu na eno ebe ye den ama until so be nye nimudie kakra ewo baabi na de aka no mo na wo dwen ho na aba be back am wo de wo dwen na emu ayidu e ba cho emu da ho
Emu da ho pa minia. Emu da ho pa.
Sa ya sana na kampesa mit that's
minia.
just you say Lisa Pejanensa.
Oh, okay. Hey, mami ko fanu na oh mi hu ompeja yo.
Em say on sana drop mami allow no. Sister Lisa.
Okay. Oh, okay. Lisa, please.
Hi, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My question is about soul.
Okay.
I want to know, say in a society, no, come.
Okay.
Say when a community see almost what I learned, say spirits been taking over them, right? That's what I've learned. In the almost has almost soul, no. Where does the soul go at that point in time? No, what happens to almost DNA? And now, second question is also.
Yo, Lisa, please. Like I said yesterday. Oh, no, that's why also Campbell Society. Now we'll reply.
Okay. Lisa, first,
yeah, kindly bear with me.
I conform the no, yes. Say to me no ebeba push you so away from your body. Now take over your body no. Until omo come we are then they'll put your soul back. Until na nipa no come no kra no nim de woye onim asema wo ka onim de esi bi until no mu ache ame no. Then we are not chairman I can see nyina de ache so they push your soul away. Some microphone was sending no side beings because they are astral beings. They have that knowledge to push their soul away from you and they will take over your body. No more the idea of the na we are aka so no dia shame. So that's how they do it.
No. So
okay,
simple.
so at that point, no where so no when and I said they have a place that they store no control when they are done, then it get back to you. And I say it's around you.
They push the soul is around there. The soul is around, but it is not in the body because they are pushing it around. It's around there, baby. Will come now. The soul is there, hanging there, because it is an energy. It's hanging there. So when they finish, they drop the soul inside.
Lisa, for example, it's like pouring a water in a cup. When the cup is full, you cannot pour any more water in. So where will it go? It will be falling outside. You understand? So the soul will step outside you. You understand? But it is still there because two intimate containing two energies. You understand what I mean?
Okay. And yeah, I understand. And my second question also is there a body that can operate in this realm, I say, without a soul?
Yeah. Okay. Sika, okay, go on.
Okay. There is an artificial soul mukriti. What you say? There are higher beings in mukriti artificial soul for some beings muni that soul no to operate on our planet, but the original soul na source no it create no, but there is artificial soul which create no create a body at the amano. Now we think they operate our hanamo.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yes, I'm okay. Thank you.
You are welcome, sister.
Thank you. Please, who else? Someone wanted to say something.
Who are you?
Please, we can't. Who is that?
Nature.
Okay, nature. Okay, nature. Go on, please.
Casa, bro.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening, nature.
What me kasa kakra.
Mpacho yetunka.
Aha, we dey mpacho na me pese. Aha, me adwenkyerɛ na me kyerɛ sɛ sɛ me te aseɛ yie deɛ a sɛ yɛkɔ mental plan na yɛkɔ seeking knowledge ɛde ka deɛ a yɛyɛ nim ɛwɔ ha ne dada no ho na ɛtumi de abɔ yɛ brɛ wɔ ha saa na me te ase kakra sɛ nti saa deɛ a meda ase.
Yeah, it's like that. You got tap information. So you got tap information, or you said it knowledge. Nti depending on the crowd person, oh yeah no. And a bit my boy, and you say be our no tap knowledge. Be a work radin the ultimate essay. What I say brain is a massa name of because of tap name be at a time. What they bet about it. And it depending on level no.
No, mpacho deɛ na mepɛ sɛ mekyerɛ ne sɛ deɛ na mepɛ sɛ mekyerɛ ne sɛ bi a meyɛ carpenter ni sɛnea na momma example no ɛna bi a mepɛ sɛ meyɛ adeɛ bi na akyerɛ me so nti mekɔ mental no a mekɔsua biribi foforɔ de ka deɛ a memenim wɔ ha no ho sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a mɛtumi ayɛ ade no yie sɛnea abɔfo no si yɛ sɛ ɔmotumi adwene tumi di ade foforɔ no because ade no sɛ wonnim ho nimdeɛ a wontumi wokɔ hɔ koraa no ade no da hɔ koraa wonhu ade korɔ
Emfa eno
saa na
emfa
mpɛ sɛ mekyerɛ
ebe
saa pɛpɛpɛ na mekyerɛ
eno
all right okay
no nature
okay
that's thank you. Please yeah, Black Lion. Okay, Black Lion, please. You can speak. Black Lion, please unmute yourself and speak.
Let's good evening.
Good evening.
Mpacho mpɛsɛ mebisa sɛ te sɛ bia waso dae na sɛ wotu fa wie ma mpacho ɛno ne yɛ nea wɔn no no. Okay. Okay. Yɛnyɛ ne sɛ ma no. Woso dae na wotu. Yeah, ɛbɛtumi ayɛ nneɛma mmienu. Ada sɛ wode wo soul no na tu yɛ anaasɛ wode wo astral body. Nti wo a wotu no na nka wotumi kyerɛ mu sɛ bia wotu yɛ na woyɛ sɛ wotu yɛ na woyɛ sɛ deɛ anka yɛ no bɛtumi ahu sɛ yɛ soul ana wode atu no anaasɛ ɛyɛ astral body nti nneɛma mmienu ana ɛtumi tu ada sɛ woyɛ wo astral body na afiri wo nipadua no mu anaasɛ ɛyɛ wo soul no na afiri wo nipadua nti ɛdipɛnde ade korɔ a woyɛ no ana ka mɛtumi akyerɛ wo sɛ adeɛ wei deɛ ɛyɛ soul anaasɛ adeɛ wei deɛ ɛyɛ astral ɛyɛ deɛ ɛte ne sɛ ebi a asɛ nkurɔfo bi taa metumi tu from one place to another metu ebi a dua bi wɔ m'anim akɔsi dua no so ama saa tu akɔsi another dua so. Okay, astral body na why who is your astral body? Why? Bachi you me that's it.
Okay. So who else? If we don't have I think say your time and soon, you know. Ita, are you around?
Come on, not I guess I'm gonna play with that. Ita,
please, we need you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so please come and give them the practice for today so we can close for today's session.
Okay. I think the practice is you heard of that. YouTube heard of that. Which is blue circle. So what the practice is that it helps you to get into the theta state and it helps you to also develop focus attention. I think some of us some practice na adwene bebree bom and I'm feeling na and never bebree also all this sort of stuff. In order for you to do these practices, you need a focused mind. Okay. So that you can do the whole thing. So I think so you know that about moment to be access to the show me screen that my not known to be able to. Okay. So this is how it is going to be. See, I'm home screen.
Yeah.
Into mobile pet white people. Okay, A4 sheet white papers in it. open unyano area na afei wape one CD coin no kesi ene bi no na o de pen ato ho no one draw circle no o draw circle no paint blue o paint blue a no wape baby dia atale okay o baby di tale a and then wape akonya e de atena ho mananya in a bed IV to pack na atena ho a make sure say on ben no pass a o be tune temu kakra. See what you are going to do. You're going to take the over deep breath for number 5 or 6. Who we are. Now, if you want to put all your attention on the blue circle, focus all your attention that that blue circle is the only thing that exists right now for you in this whole entire universe. Okay? And just focus everything on that. Okay? So that is the exercise. And then American, the exercise is to um help you develop what we call focus attention or concentrated attention. Okay, and then after that, because before you can do the projection, you need your mind to be focused. You need attention, your mind or your attention to focus on one place. And that's how yes, we are not in full the bomb. Now, baby, now all this, stuff start coming into your head. Okay, as an best scatter all your mind where you cannot be able to focus to do the practices. So and only deeper because I'm out for the more I'm reading now, most of all, most of them are going to see with your mind cannot focus on one thing. So the more you are practicing this, it helps you, okay, for your mind to focus on one thing at the same time without, wandering or jumping from here to B or A to B or C, on other stuff, so that you can focus on one thing. Okay. And then it is the second step of that is the second step of the projection. Okay, I think you didn't take a breathing exercises and the breathing exercise to get you relaxed. And the second one we are doing, as we're explaining right now, is the concentration. Okay, and then it is also needed because you cannot do the projection without you having your attention, highly focused on whatever you are doing. Okay, yeah. So that is the practice for the beginners. And I think our YouTube page, what are that? So this one there, everyone can go and listen to it again and see how you're going to obey or no. And I'm teaching white people, now the blue not too. Now they are colored down. Now for why and so the more now you're not spending maybe 30 minutes or depending on your comfortable way now. Oh yeah, a boy, Emma, your practices become very sharp. Your senses also become very sharp because in order for you to be able to project, or it's not even project, but to get all other psychic abilities like clairaudience, clairvoyance, any other way, or anything that has to do with any psychic ability there, you need focus attention. Now, what attention also does is that it hypnotizes your mind. Okay, so it hypnotizes your mind. Now, our brain waves, yeah, as time goes, we're not talking about the brain waves. About brain waves, we reduce it from the beta down to the theta state. Okay, and then as I'm sure mom hypnosis now, I'm going to look at my hand. Okay, and then I was asleep because the moment I will get into the theta state, you can command it to whatever you want. Or give it to my commando, or give it to my reprogram your subconscious mind. Okay. So we also reprogram one engineer and or can be or whatever the person wants to do to you now. I think I'm mom after hypnosis, I'm mom hypnotizer and for now. I'm about to look at this bulb. The bulb on us now what happened here is that the more now bulb straightforward. Okay, your brain will start to drop from the beta go down to the never alpha now do theta. When it entering from the alpha into the theta now the person can reprogram your mind. And the person you'll be which in that can and then you can start doing. People also use eye contact. or who when him say, I don't know who when him say, okay, and then he can manipulate you through that eye gazing. Okay, I think that this learning in advanced level how you know you can do that to help others to reprogram their mind, reprogram their subconscious mind. Um, okay, so there's the whole stuff when it comes to anything about the psychic stuff. Now you be I want to develop anything about your psyche, then you need to learn concentration, okay, concentrated attention, okay, or focus attention. You need to develop that thing very well because that is your path. Your ability to be able to be more psychic or even project, will, will depend on your ability to get into the theta state as fast as possible or not. Okay, and it doesn't take much for some of us to learn it. You can learn it right now. All you need to do is just try doing the concentration. Put the white sheet on the wall or where you feel comfortable. You can look at it. And I want to add that a little bit to the practices. I didn't actually give to the intermediate, but I'm adding it for the beginners, more like a bonus. So what you're gonna do is the whole trick is that you see, the moment you look at something for maybe a longer period of time, maybe for 1 minute, and you are focused, you actually really, really focus on it, right? Your brain rate immediately drops to the theta. And that very moment you can use to manifest, you can use to attract, you can use to reprogram your subconscious mind, or you can use to reprogram yourself, or you can even use to project. Okay. So for example, when I'm looking at the blue circle, okay, I close my eyes, I look at, and it shouldn't be only the blue circle. You can choose any dot on your wall, maybe a small dot on your wall. The whole idea is to find a place to place your attention on for a longer period of time. When I say placing your attention on, is that you are actually, focusing all your attention. And the key word is that you make it look like that point you are trying to look at as the one you are using to train your focus attention. Either it may be the blue circle or it may be some dots on your wall, whatever it is. Okay. The whole idea is that put your attention in there, focus on it intensively, think as that thing that it is the only thing that exists right now in this very moment. It is the only thing that exists right now, and put all your attention on it and just focus on it. Okay. And then while you're focused on it, when you start doing that, because of say, the moment you start focusing on that, your brain waves start to drop. Okay. And I think those who have or might have hypnosis on hypnotist, okay, when your brain waves start to drop into the alpha and the theta state, that is where all the psychic stuff, either projection, clairvoyance, clairaudience, all of them is within that level. It is more like the bridge between the physical and the astral is the theta state, the brain wave, the theta state. So whilst you are looking at that dot or your point of place you are using it for your concentrating attention, whilst you are looking at it, then you'll be affirming to yourself, maybe if you want to go out of the body, you'll be like, I'm going out of my body. While you're focusing on that very point, you'll be repeating that thing in your mind's eye. Okay, or you'll be repeating that thing in your head. Okay, and then there are many stuff we can use that to do. You can use it to do remote viewing, remote seduction. You can use to do mental projection. There's a whole lot to it. But as for now, because we are building up for the projection, whilst you are looking at the blue circle, okay, whilst you're looking at it, put all your attention on it and keep on affirming or keep on repeating in your head, I'm going out of my body. I'm going out of my body. More like, because again, you make it more like you are using that I'm going out of my body as a mantra and also looking, because the whole idea of a mantra is to hypnotize your brain, okay? To hypnotize your brain, to remove thought from your brain, other thought coming from your brain, and then let your brain or your mind focus on one thing, okay? So, whilst you're looking at the blue circle, you can affirm to yourself, just affirm, I'm going out of my body. I'm go in your head though. Don't repeat it in your mind in your mouth. I'm going out of my body. I'm going out of my body. The same way, okay. When somebody is doing hypnosis or when they are doing a hypnosis session of a sort, those to look at this, and the more you look, and they will be giving the command, okay? Because the moment you start looking, your brain will drop, your subconscious mind wakes up, and then the subconscious mind can be reprogrammed, okay, anyhow. Okay, the person can say you are now not a human being, and the person will be behaving like because that very moment the subconscious mind has taken over. Okay, so this is more like the secret stuff where most of they use it, but it looks more like a sorcery because you can meet somebody and say something, and I'm kind of say possession in a way, or camping out in it, right? And you need to learn how, So I think there's a movie. I'm often hypnotist. I think that the Mama Institute are posting into the movie section so that everyone can go and watch it. Okay. Yeah. So you look at it, and what you are saying more advanced, it's more like I would say it is a little bit advanced way of projecting. Um, you look at the whole thing. While you're looking at it, you feel I'm going out of my body, I'm going out of my body, I'm going out of my body, I'm going out of my body. And hold and behold, when you do it correctly, you're gonna find yourself outside of the body. Because you've been affirming something. Because the moment you start looking at the blue circle, already your brainwave is dropping. And and when your brainwave is dropping, your subconscious mind is coming up. It's taking over. And when it's taking over, now you are, initially you're already affirming, you're giving a command, okay, to your own subconscious mind to behave in a certain way. And then when you affirm it to that, you can achieve that sort of projection. Now, you ever go a little bit deeper into that aspect when we move forward. So, if anyone has a question, or the teachers, if they want to add something, teachers are the seeker.
Okay, let me add small thing. Yeah, blue circle no chere no. Yeah, no, ayi kakra yi hu ye ne say ubetimi ape adibia is already painted blue. Nice. Then you draw your what the kind to achieve now draw no watcha. And no mumu beboa like ubeka kope pen ni ade no. Ubinya adibia ye already blue painted, say a box, say a paper, ye blue no.
I
Then
think I'm
what
actually a white. So also in a white because on the blue circle or draw to white in India, say background is white. Yes, I know.
no, or the babe tally racing so.
Oh, okay.
The ucha round na now they are tally A4 no so. Na fe wo de tally baby a person the tally bia. Nti said no work na akonwa no many ma baby a wo de ade ne betale no any baby a akonwa ne tenten enye pe baby a uti no ene wo wani ni wo no e ma de ne nkosoro e ma ne mafom ma ne nye wo level of your eye no nye sa wo ma ne kosoro a age se wo pagya wani ni kakra na wo de ahwe e ba fom so age se wo bre wo wani na ase na wo de ahwe ntimi mmoa ntimi ma ne nye straight na wo hwe nso a try say blinky wo eye no cause edin kakra nti wo hwe a bu se na wo ni ne bo pre initially there wo de ebe bo stars and budge anima ne mo but try wo trim say me bo modern ase bi a 10 seconds me mo mani ebe ye wo ya kakra cause o stop woni no 10 seconds na wo de ko woni 20 seconds na de ko woni saa kusi de wo betimi aya koduru bia no but said the kind of do baby will be close to the whole eye no crown. Now what shall see ade so be hu ade no wo o mind's eye no so mu a eno so ebe adwumanti it's like open and close but ubie na try say on blinky ani no say e ho na ni ni bo pre try say obey still na wa hwade ni blue no sa more than 30 seconds na we develop na economy 45 seconds na we develop 1 minute na ebedrum ebi no betima hwe more than 5 minutes 2 minutes going no ade na wo hwe no kra no betimi a jump into the astral I said na watch no because you be fall into the theta state no nti obasha se ehu eniema obasha se ehu niema wo sa blue circle na wo hwe no no obasha se ehu niema ebetimi atene kra like TV na eyi kyerɛ wo ne ade ade
Yeah.
wobɛhyɛ
And
ase experience nneɛma bebree
yes, it's a mommy. And offense, more calls or solid. That is also an easy way to fall into trance. Okay, because bones do baby, I don't know. No, I'm even like I said, exercise, or yeah, I said, or yeah, so it's in guy. Or yeah, that's we're in the flow mode where to keep on,
yeah Sister Florence
yeah, very nice. Every do baby, most of the time, when I say, you see, oh, piano, say, oh, yeah. You feel you have to be there for a very long time, like you don't want to come out. Now, mom, person, mom, yeah, I suffer for no. I'm person who are there who will be once which is basically mind travel or mental projection. Into blue circle now at the crap so who funny for come home. Say the other say who's a seeker, a museum, or whatever you want to say about the person. While you're looking at the blue circle, instead of saying say, I'm going out of my body, I'm going out of my body, you'll be using that intention. So you'll be having that intention. I want to know a message about this person. I want to know something about this person. And hold and behold, whilst you are doing that, you start to see mental images. Okay? Because you're already in the more like a trance-like stage. Trance basically means your brain waves. I think Christian for more different meaning for it, whatever. Your brain waves has moved from one step to the other. Okay? So when a brain wave is moving from one step to the other, you're going from a trance, more like a transition, okay, from one brain wave to the other. So when you get into the theta state, you're already in the bounce of momo. Most of them are there, or momo so many as or more that or more just idea of they are just in the theta state, or more trance or something, right? Yeah. So yes, I know you can do the mental travel, have the intention of the corona episode, next one place in this now just and you was a more so who was on baby. Now he's trying to get the picture. He's trying to, mental project what the person is doing or want to, whatever you want to do. So that's one of the secrets people saw. Everyone can use it. And I said, let's see if they can. Some of you, many messages here proves you because of you are now starting to do it. So my messages here proves you because you have something like you want to open your eyes or you want to stop it at least and try not to blink. Some of the CK can. Okay. So I think that okay. But I think so Obidia sending me how I need the energy into Celia.
Yeah, ita na ɛhɔ kwa nanka me ba hɔ no. Please, for the blue circle, no, it shouldn't be that big. You understand? Let me give you the tip. When let me say vortic friend is saying bottle no vortic bottle ni tino yede kata nsuo no no. You see that the size no ofa nsuo ni bottle ni si entina. Now they are top A4 paper no in the middle. Now their sign circle, no what painting in blue. It shouldn't be that big. Or maybe the friend saying 2 CDs coin, no 2 CDs in the coin size, Now they are draw. Now the a friend is saying, I that circle. No. It shouldn't be that too big.
CD coin, Ghana CD. Obi so Europe, we have a two.
I don't know. Say Europe, Euro.
Yeah,
for 2 euro now they are Americans so I don't know, say 50 cents or whatever it is. America crowd in so bottle in so no maybe 1 liter bottle no nitino utu nitina now ode atope pado so now I circle now what painting in blue and one no easy.
But a zone bottle no is too much.
Oh, there be a so bottle no on say would the to so now would draw a bay expand it.
Yes, yeah.
And I'm used to it. And I'm used to it.
No problem, guys. And see, your time no come for train intermediate train,
Ebushafo.
Almost 14.
Yeah,
Inti
they
say Ita, are you okay?
Ita.
Okay. Wait,
I think
Marcus, I think so he has done. Inti
mm,
Ebushafo,
Ebushafo yeah
when shas ye the difficult be a obey cantan with my record there to a him say bia say ni. Why? The exercise the text na ni ashas ye de mamono. We na we ya ni man beko yi wanya is over to you, Intino. And that is the second technique for the new momo modern asem obey. Why?
Okay, Ebushafo ne the ubia bisi hanom please. Omo pejo omo nsa sisi hanom person omo busa question your time aso. Ntina de bia e kan say mumrantem because time na so apa ho 30 minutes almost 1 hour. And esa ba be ka ho. Intino wo question bia na uko session no ubie group ni ma maybe actually question and answers no uko drop question it no ma ubia betimi knowledge about question